Welcome everyone to the home game of Promitheas Patras against RASTA Vechta. With a final victory for Rasta. So we have with us Mr. Bothwell from the players and head coach 𝗪𝗘𝗟𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 from RASTA. So we'll start with the player first, some questions so we can let you go back to the locker room and then we'll talk to your head coach. First of all, congratulations for the victory. A couple of questions from our side. We saw a very physical game. Was it maybe in your eyes because you were on the court and we were just on the sideline, so you were the true, we were just the spectators. Was it as physical? You dominated Promitheas, especially in the paint. You probably had more offensive rebounds than defensive, if I'm not mistaken. At least it was close. So was it probably the most close game in the sense of body to body in the series so far in the BCL in this round?
Yeah, I think all the BCL games are physical. That's the one thing that we notice in playing these games. But for us to be able to get 31 offensive rebounds and 28 second chance points for that, that's huge. So we just shout out the guys that did that. You know, Johan, and Jaden Gardner, Brandon Randolph, Benassi, everyone pitched in and crashed. Everyone I probably had at least one maybe. So that bringing that physicality is a big step for us, and it helped us win.
So second question from my side is, you've landed some amazing victories, and I excuse my pronunciation of the word, they might not be amazing to you. You probably will say this is exactly the gameplay. So you won against Bayern, you won against Berlin, and now Promitheas. Do you see yourselves being on a roll right now? Are you executing gameplay exactly as you had imagined or the coach had planned?
Well, coach does a good job of making sure we stay in the moment, just stay one game at a time. So we've kind of had a tough couple of games going in a row. Like if you look at the history of each team, so if we think about all the tough games we have coming up, you know, it might hurt us, but we just stay one game at a time and just take it one step at a time, and it's been working for us.
Yeah. Okay, so we usually like to ask a question that's off the cuff, if I may. So give us a picture of behind the curtains, if you want to. Tell us what is it about the locker room of Rasta that makes your group so special? What is the bond between you and the players? What does that look like? Just give us a sneak peek. You don't have to elaborate.
Well, I think we're getting closer every day. You know, like the bus rides and hotel stays are making us closer. We all love basketball, so we talk about basketball a lot. You know, whether it's other EuroLeague games or Euro Cup games, other teams in Germany or NBA games, we just always talking basketball. So I feel like we just have a group of guys that really like basketball, and it makes us closer.
Okay, you have a long trip, so thank you very much for your time. We'll let you go back to the locker room.
Thank you.
Get the microphone closer. Sure. Okay, head coach, again, a very physical game, dominated the paint. Was that something that you had to plan for? Did you expect to be so dominant? Were you surprised? And what was the key factor that led Rasta to the victory today, in your eyes?
Oh, well, first of all, I'm pretty impressed that Mike threw out the numbers there. I had to look them up, so I didn't know. Perhaps he's counting on the bench or something. But of course, I think if you can grab 31 offensive rebounds, it's very rare, and then you will get second chance points. We felt in the first half that we rebounded really well with the 5-man, the 4, the 3, that we're really going at the glass. And I thought we should have been up higher, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. We just had these offensive rebounds, and we couldn't create the second chance points. I thought Patras recovered always really well after we grabbed an offensive rebound. And I thought in the second half we did a little better job of actually scoring in the extra possession that we got through the offensive rebound. So we're happy there.
Okay, you stole a couple of my questions, so I'll have to go off the rails here. Very often we say that during the break for the national teams, teams either have a dip because they haven't been together in a couple of weeks, or they come closer together. And you had one of your players being called to the national team. How were you able to keep the team group together during the break for the national team? And are you surprised that after the break you managed to keep the team at the peak?
I know what you mean. Actually, I don't want to correct you, but I have to. So we had Johan Grönlo and Joel Amino with the national team, and then we had Lloyd Pani fly to Canada and play 2 games for Canada. And then we've got a Danish national team player on our second team, which plays second league, who was gone too. So for us, it was a big key in the break that we, as a club, have the luxury of having a second league team with very young athletes. So we could always create a practice situation with at least 11 guys, which is key, right? Because a lot of teams suffer in that phase, not even having a 5-on-5 situation. I think that helped us.
Okay. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
To the press conference, so we have again here for the home side of Promitheas Patras Vikos, the head coach Mr. Papadopoulos, and from the players Mr. Rees with us. So we'll start with a couple of questions for the player. So we'll let you go back to the locker room and we'll talk to the head coach afterwards. So you played 27 minutes in the game. So this was your second game with Promitheas as a newcomer to the team. It was a very physical game. Promitheas got over-rebounded, obviously, in the game, but physicality was there and there was a chance to turn the game. Give us a look, as you were on the court and we were just spectators, of the game from the beginning to the end.
I mean, the team, they played really hard. They were really physical. Everybody crashed the glass, so that's why we lost the rebounding part. But I mean, we fought hard, so.
Are you getting acclimatized to the group more and more as days progress? What was maybe the silver lining of today's game for Promitheas? What's something that at least we can keep from today's game in your eyes?
think defensively, like guarding one-on-one and helping each other was something we did well. Just, again, we lost the rebounding part. You know, we didn't finish the possession, so I think overall we guarded, for the most part, pretty well. They just, again, got a lot of rebounds.
Yeah, I understand. Do you have any questions? This is rebound technique? No? Okay, we'll let you go.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, head coach 𝗪𝗘𝗟𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, we won't go into a lot of questions, but it was a very physical game. Everyone saw it, and obviously it was a very difficult matchup. The stacks were against you from the beginning, in the sense that injuries to key players. Give us a picture of the game from the beginning to the end, and how you saw it evolve from the first quarter to the fourth.
As first, congratulations to Vechta for this win. They deserve it. Their desire, their energy, their will, it was here, and it's a clear picture. We missed any battle on the rebounds. I don't remember in my career, my professional career, this type of difference on the rebounds. That means we didn't have the same energy, desire, and also will for this game, and it's very clear that there is no another comment to discuss about the game. When you play with, let's say, 50% less positioning than the opponent, you cannot win the game. Even that we were 3 points back 3-4 minutes before the end of the game, for me it looks like a miracle with so different type of positioning. So we have to continue, and we will see.
No questions.